At Option Genius, we believe that you deserve freedom, financial freedom, so that you have no more worries and more than enough money. Time freedom, so that you could do what you want, when you want to do it. And choice freedom, to live your life on your terms. But the system and Wall Street are rigged against those little guys. So how do we fight back? Well, my friend, that's what this podcast is all about. My name is Alan Sama, and this is the Option Genius Podcast.
Happy Halloween, or happy belated Halloween, depending on when you listen to this. For me, actually, it is the day after Halloween, and I was lucky enough to take my 3 kiddos out last night for trick-or-treating. Normally the wife does it, but she was sick, and so it fell to me. Okay, no problem. We had fun. You know, we spent about an hour and a half going around, and we've been living in the same house now for about 10 or 11 years. And with my oldest, turning 9 in a couple weeks, that means that we've probably been trick-or-treating about 7 times, I think. We probably missed a couple times, but we've been about 7 times trick-or-treating since we've been in this house. But we have never trick-or-treated in our own neighborhood, right? Sounds kind of weird, right? Knowing you would stay where you are. But I don't know. Our subdivision is never very decorated for Halloween. I mean, they go all out for other holidays, but Halloween is just not a lot of decorated or lights or anything. And I never thought that we would get much candy, And if you know about Halloween, or if you have little ones or grandkids or whatever, you know that the amount of candy you get determines if the night was a success or not, right? They don't care if it's cold. They don't care if it's windy like it was last night. All they care about is how many things they get in their little pumpkin. And last year, my wife and her friends, they took all the kids to the quote unquote rich neighborhood. The one with the $1 million houses, thinking that, okay, if they're rich, they're going to have more candy. They'll be more generous. And yes, the kids did get a couple of king size candy bars, from a couple houses. Mostly it was the same. Everybody was given the same little mini size stuff. But overall, at the end of the night, they ended up with less candy than they expected. And they didn't think about it, but it ended up that the reason was that these $1 million houses are so large and they sit on so much property that it takes forever to walk with these little tiny legs, right? These 5-6-year-olds to go from one house to the other house. And so you end up hitting a lot fewer homes. So you're not knocking on as many doors when you have such big houses, even though you might get a little bit more candy from each one. Ah, boy. Well, last night was, I think it was in the upper 40s in temperature, and it was very windy. And with my wife being sick, it fell onto me. And I didn't want to be out for a long time. I just wanted to get this over with. So we stayed in our own area. We stayed in our own little subdivision, and I was pleasantly surprised. We weren't even done with our own block when my kids' pumpkins started filling up. That's how much people were handing out. So, being the resourceful dad that I am, I saw that there was a newspaper on the sidewalk. And in our neighborhood, we get these free newspapers. Nobody really buys the newspaper anymore, but there's this free newspaper that they come every week and they throw on the ground. So I took the papers out, put them back on the ground, and I took the bag, right? The newspaper bag that it comes in. And I started taking the candies, the excess candies from the pumpkins and filling that up so that their pumpkins would be empty again. But, it just kept filling up over and over again. And eventually, we had to stop at a neighbor's house. We had to ask him, hey, do you have anything we can hold all this candy in? So they gave us, those plastic shopping bags that you get when you go to the groceries or whatever to haul all the treasure. And we actually, we filled up one bag with everything. And then it was so full, we had to actually double bag it, even triple bag it, I think. It was literally 30 to 40 pounds of candy that I was lugging around. Now, my kids are bouncing up and down, and I'm holding my 3-year-old's hand, and I got the 40 pounds of candy I'm cradling it in the other hand because I didn't want the straps to break. And that's how we were going from house to house to house. By the time we were done, we had enough candy to declare that this Halloween was the best ever. And not because it was with Dad and that was more fun. It was just because there was so much candy. My God. It was the most candy in the shortest amount of time from people that we already knew. And that might have been part of it. Since they know the kids, they might have given them a little bit extra. Who knows? So why am I sharing this sweet story with you? Well, you know me. I always have a motive, right? We always have to tie it back into trading. We take life and then we bring it back. So when it comes to trading, People are always thinking that the candy will be better in another neighborhood, that their own neighborhood is not good enough for some reason, and they got to go to another neighborhood where it costs money or there's an admission fee to get in. Right? Now, countless times, over and over again, traders have told me that they're doing well with one approach, but they want more. So they're going to switch to something else. I just got an email today. Fellow said, hey, I've been using this particular strategy and I'm up about 25%. I've learned from my dad how to do this and he doesn't know very much, but I'm looking to do something else. My question always is, why? Why stop what is already working? That makes no sense to me. I mean, you can always add to it, right? I mean, if you're doing something that works, you keep doing it, but you can add to it slowly. But before you do that, make sure that you are extracting every single Kit Kat out of what you're already doing. Test it, tweak it, maximize your gains, because the big thing here is that you already know it works, right? It already works. You already know how to do it. I mean, sure, other neighborhoods look enticing, but it could be a trap or maybe even an old folks home where you don't get nothing, just a bunch of scary people looking at you, right? Now, I've said this before. You only need one strategy to make a lot of money. And if you've already found something that works, stop buying courses, stop watching videos and going to seminars. Celebrate that win because that is rare. Celebrate it and improve the results. Now, if you don't have a strategy that works, you can check out our website at optiongenius.com and we'll share some of ours with you. Okay? But if you already have something that works, and many of you do, just keep tweaking it and improving it. And if you need coaching to help you with that, then we can help you with that as well. Okay? I still have a couple slots open for my coaching program where we do one-on-one coaching with people. So if you already have something, that might be perfect, right? Because you're already making money. You can take some of that money, invest in coaching, and, maybe double, triple whatever your gains are, because there might be something that you don't know, or there's another way to protect yourself. Same program, same strategy, same concept, but now it's done in a more professional way where you're protecting yourself. That would be the way I would suggest to go. I know you get emails every day from all these gurus saying, hey, I have this amazing course and I have this amazing thing that never fails and always works and it makes 1,000,000% every year. And look at this stock, I made 100%. Look at this stock, I made 20%. Look at this stock, I made 50%. I know they have very good enticing copy, very good sales letters, and it makes you think that, oh my God, this is the holy grail. What I'm doing is peanuts compared to what this guy's going to teach me. But you never know. Most of that stuff is marketing hype and gimmicks, and it doesn't work. Okay? I mean, that's just the plain, simple truth of it. Unless they can show you, unless they're actually doing it themselves day in, day out, don't fall for it. That's like going to trick or treat at the old folks' home. They can't have any candy because they can't eat it, so they don't have any laying around, and they didn't go to the store to buy any candy, so you're just wasting your time. Okay? And remember, while I go out and eat another Snickers bar, I want you to trade with the odds in your favor. Alrighty? Happy Halloween.
Want to know how to choose the perfect option trade for every trading situation? It's easy. Just download our free trading map and it'll tell you. Just go to optiongenius.com/map.